Today's lecture is brought to you by my blatant descent into whatever you'd scientifically call my inability to maintain coherent thought. AKA, it's spooky season! Hello. Welcome back. Or just welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having an alright day. Halloween is just around the corner. In fact, when I put this video out, Halloween will be like 2 days away. So, it's a good time to reflect, to think, to get free candy after it's over. Not free candy, to get half off candy, sorry, forgive me. This is a really good time for the people upstairs to vacuum. I don't know, when I was a kid, I was always excited about Halloween because, it meant candy. As much candy as I could get my paws on, and it meant a source of food that didn't have to do with my parents, which is pretty cool. It did not happen very often. It only happened once a year. I really liked Halloween as a kid. I got to go trick-or-treating with one of my friends, and that was always a really good time. But yeah, when I started working on this paper mosaic, I thought I was gonna be making like a little fairy forest. I started making those yellow trees, and I thought I was gonna do something cute and ethereal with them, and make a cute little forest. But no, after I made the trees, I realized, hey, I can make a spooky forest, and so I started going with the spooky forest idea, and then after I made the trees, I started making this little red and brown dirt path out of this, weird plaid flannel looking paper, and after I made the path, and then I started making the dirt around the path, I realized, oh no, I'm not making a forest, I'm just making a spooky field, and so, that's what this project turned into. I really enjoyed making this one. I thought it was really, really fun. And, it was a really good time. I enjoyed it thoroughly. One of my biggest gripes about Halloween, and I think one of the reasons why I feel like I can't fully get into it, is that we don't have enough Halloween music. Of course, Disney Channel has put out countless Halloween movies, each one with an iconic song that goes with it. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about equivalency in my soul to the Monster Mash. Like, songs that make my heart happy, and nothing's ever gonna compete. So, it's an interesting process, because there are a lot of songs that are Halloween-esque, but the thing is that when I personally go to create for myself, for my own enjoyment, a Halloween playlist, I put Monster Mash, and then I put the Spooky Scary Skeletons Remix Extended Edition, and then that's it. And I count them on my fingers, and all I'm staring at on my hand is 2 fingers, and that's it. Those are the songs. That's it. That's all I can think of. I'm stuck. I mean, the thing is that there's a lot of Halloween songs. I've already mentioned that. They all exist. They're just not good. I will say the third song on my Halloween playlist is Spooky Ho by Danny Gonzalez. So, that is another thing. But then that's just 3 songs. That's not enough to make that's not enough to have a good time. I mean, if you do repeat all of them. No, you know what? That is enough songs to have a good time because they're all bangers. But still, how can you multiply the enjoyment of those songs put together and just, create some new, creative, never thought of before themes? Just go for it. You know who's doing good work? Brian David Gilbert. He just put out an album of ABBA songs sung by Halloween monsters. He's putting in the work. The rest of us should be doing the same, but we're not. Those songs will be immediately going on my playlist the second that they come out on Spotify. Honestly, wait, they might be out now. Hang on a second. Hang on. It's time to find out if they're on Spotify. Because he said they would be soon. Huh? Oh my gosh! Yes! Okay, it is on, never mind. It is on Spotify. Okay, I'm gonna add them to my playlist now. Yay! way! I have so many songs on my playlist now! Oh, also, for your information, my playlist also has Spooky Boy, Spooky Guy, and Spooky Man, all by our icon, Danny Gonzalez. So, that being said, there are now 34 minutes of good Halloween songs. So, thank you. I will not be taking any criticism. I will not be taking any suggestions. I am correct. I'm something else. Anyway, if my voice is breaking, please feel free to ignore it. I'm going to sip water now. You know, I will be very, very fair. There is another very iconic Halloween song that I have not taken into consideration, and that is I Put a Spell on You from Hocus Pocus. We cannot have Hocus Pocus erasure in this chat. We can't. It's just that it doesn't come to my mind because it wasn't my childhood, because I wasn't allowed to watch movies involving witchcraft when I was a kid, but was allowed to celebrate Halloween. Except it included the lecture about, like, spirits and stuff. Anyway, but the interesting thing about Hocus Pocus, so I didn't grow up with it, and then I didn't watch it until several days ago. And I really gotta say, that is not what I was expecting the plot to be. I mean, I was expecting to see, like, the three witches that are always associated with it, even though they're technically not the protagonist. I was expecting to see the witches, like, just pulling hijinks all over a town, which is exactly what we see, but I was expecting it to be the whole movie. And it was the whole movie, but, like, I was expecting it to be the only thing in the movie. Because when I tell you that I had not seen a single lick of footage, a single bit, a single clip of any of the actual technical main characters in that movie. I had not seen a single bit ever of any of the main characters in that movie except for the three witches. And I went into shock at the beginning of the movie when I saw that Child McGee from NCIS becomes a cat for the whole film and then dies at the end so he can be reunited with his dead sister. That movie was an acid trip and a half. No, it was 2.5 acid trips. It was 3. It was 3. But the thing is that every single ounce of the plot made sense. And that's why I enjoyed it so much, because I was like, yes. Because as bizarre as it is, the plot makes sense. And they carried it through. And honestly, good for them. Good for them. Were you expecting a Hocus Pocus analysis in this video? No. Am I giving it to you? Yes. Yeah, it's interesting to see a movie that became such a token movie for everybody for Halloween. For so many people, not for everybody. For so many people for Halloween. It's really interesting to be able to watch something. Children's media when you're an adult is such an interesting experience. Especially when it's media that, like, my generation grew up on, and I didn't experience it. It's kind of like when my roommate told me that she never watched Disney Channel, and then her mom tried to make her watch High School Musical as an adult, and she, like, hated it, which makes perfect sense. Like, High School Musical is what it is. And that is camp. And that is all I'm going to say. But yeah, it's interesting to be able to look back and, say, wow, I probably would have really enjoyed this as a kid, but watching it for the first time as an adult, I was allowed to, like, watch it and enjoy it, but I also had, just a couple more brain cells than my childhood self would have had, in that my childhood self would not have realized how many people in that movie needed to go to horny jail. And I think with most kids' movies, you're not going to enjoy them as much as an adult because, they're meant for kids. But I enjoyed Hocus Pocus a lot more as an adult. Or at least I think I liked the movie more. Anyway, you get my point, maybe. Maybe I'm making, like, a sense, maybe I'm not. But yeah, Hocus Pocus, that's a vibe. It was a whole vibe. All of that to say, I made a spooky field. This has nothing to do with it. I just made a spooky field. That's all. I had a really good time. I had a nice chat with you about Hocus Pocus, a movie that I had never seen before. Anyway, alright, well, hope you liked my rant. Hope you liked my picture that I made in front of your eyes. Yeah, well, I think this is where I leave you. Have a good day. Bye.